Sri Sri Anandamayi Ma Ki Jai. On returning from Shahbag, Ma sat in the Kirtan room. By noon, people started gathering for the Annakoot ceremony. Many worshipped Ma's feet with flowers. At the same time, there was continuous conversation with Ma. In due course, Annakoot at Dakor was discussed. Dakor is a place in Gujarat where there is a temple dedicated to Ranchorji. The image is that of Vishnu. During Annakoot, Bhog, consisting of 125 mounds of cooked rice, is offered in front of the deity. During the last Durga Puja, when Ma had travelled along the river Narmada, she had seen the Annakoot celebration at Dakor. Ma said, "This Annakoot is a strange affair. 125 mounds of cooked rice are piled into a large hillock. Everybody stands in front with girded loins, ready for action. When it is time to partake of the bhog, they all run up to the hillock, fill their clothes with rice and descend, swinging from side to side with their loads." Ma actually demonstrated exactly how they walked down with their clothes full of rice. We all laughed hilariously. Ma added, "In order to approach the image of Ranchorji inside the temple, one has to traverse 6 courtyards. As soon as a particular courtyard is filled with people, the doors are located and nobody is allowed to go outside until Aarti, etc. is completed. When we approached the image, we of course did not know anything about this practice. But as soon as we arrived, I felt that the doors would be locked. I at once decided to go back. On seeing me turn round, everybody thought that the puja ceremonies had not yet been completed. But on beholding the expression on my face, they somehow allowed us free exit." Naresh Babu. On reaching Ranchorji's image, I noticed a change in Ma's mood. She was, as it were, trembling from time to time. I then decided that this deity was no common one if it could change Ma's mood to that extent. On hearing Naresh Babu's words, I looked questioningly at Ma, who said with a laugh, "There was no change in my bhav. I returned in the same mood in which I had gone there." It was now past midday, and so Ma was taken to her room for rest, and we returned home. After a light meal, I went back to the ashram. The ladies were singing in the kirtan room. During the time of offering bhog, Ma went inside the Annapurna temple and then sat with the kirtan party. After a while, Ma started singing with her sweet, bewitching voice. "Krishna Kanhaiya, Venu Bajaiya, Gaucharaiya, Hare Re." On listening to this song, the scenes of Shri Krishna's childhood Leela seemed to appear vividly before my mind's eyes. There is a history to the song Ma was singing. Khukni Didi told me that Ma once said to her in confidence, "One day I saw a large forest. A river was winding its way nearby, and a number of people, I cannot tell how many, but there were very many, kept on singing this song, Krishna Kanhaiya Venu Bajaiya, and following this body who was leading them and sometimes playing hide and seek with them behind the trees." After saying this, Ma had sung the song to Didi in the very tune which those people had used. Having heard this story from Didi, I had a keen desire to hear this song from Ma herself. Today, after such a long time, my wish had suddenly been fulfilled. The tune of the song was as fascinating as the meaning of the words. After singing for a while, Mataji went to lie down in her room. Now groups of people sat down to partake of prasad. This continued nearly up to the evening, just before which Ma was taken to the temple veranda. Although a bamboo barricade had been set up in front of the veranda to keep crowds away from the vicinity of Ma, this was not considered sufficiently strong. So Ma was made to sit inside the temple near the entrance after closing the eastern window. Nobody was able to touch Ma but performed their pranam by touching the walls of the temple with their foreheads before taking their departure. Sri Sri Anandamayi Ma Ki Jai.